All right, BCHL, we are back for another game day. We're getting down to the end of things. Second to last game day 17. I'm joined by special guest ohLuvv to my left. I'm Alfresco. I got Youppi and ZD on my right side over here. We don't got much time today, so let's quickly speed run a review of last BHCL game day 16 games on Wednesday. Real quick. The Bagels beating the Popcorn 5-1. Youppi to my right having 4 goals and an assist in that game, contributing to all 5 goals. Popcorn kept it close for a period, but the Bagels were able to turn things around and close out that game. The best game of the night was between the Blizzard and the Pigeons. The Blizzard squeaking out a 3-2 victory. Siffin having his best game as a Blue Ridge Blizzard. Remember, he was benched to start the season. He had 2 goals in that game, and the Blizzard again win without their superstar Akuzo, proving that they are one of the best teams in the league. And finally, the Bagels had 2 games that night. They played the Marshmallows and won 8-2, a dominating victory for the Marshmallows. Youppi with 3 goals and 2 assists. Arax also having 4 goals. That first line was very, very dominant in tonight's matchup. Let's quickly shift over to the standings because we're getting down to the end of things, and the playoffs are soon to be clinched. So if you head over to here, you can see a nice graphic of our settings. Apparently,
Is that even the camera?
No, it is not.
How did that happen?
Hold on. Hold on.
Somebody put another technical
Hold on.
difficulty. Somebody is trolling us.
Hold
yeah,
on.
we've had it.
Oh, bang.
There we go. Anyways, as you can see here, the top 3 teams, Bagels, Blizzard, and Otters, and the Pigeons, top 4, correct me, are all in the playoffs. The Surge and the Earthquake are not yet clinched, but they are still in a playoff spot. The Popcorn are eliminated. Even though they are 7th place, they are eliminated. They only have 1 more game to play, and they cannot reach the point barrier. And lastly, the Marshmallows are still not eliminated. The point marker to reach is 12, which the Surge at this point have 10, the Earthquake have 9, and the Marshmallows have 5. However, the Marshmallows have 3 games still in hand. They've only played 11 games so far, so they still have 3 games in hand. What that means for tonight, the very first matchup is between the Surge and the Earthquake. That is the 5 versus the 6 matchup. If either of these teams win, they are most likely in playoffs. If the Surge win, they are in playoffs. If the Earthquake win, they're most likely in playoffs, but they can still lose out, and the Marshmallows can technically get in. The Marshmallows are in a dire situation. They need to win at least 2, if not all 3 of their games in order to get into the playoffs. So it should be an interesting playoff picture as we move along. We also, or the Surge have been phenomenal as of recently, and that all starts with their goaltender Vasilevsky. ohLuvv, would you mind showing the cool graphic of Vasilevsky on being a brick wall as of late? No? Okay. It appears that ohLuvv is having some technical difficulties as well.
I don't know what's going on with him. I could
Yeah.
take it if you want.
Yeah, you could take it. I think maybe
Yeah,
something with it being a traffic cone might have something to do with it.
That could be it. with Vasilevsky, but we can get more
Yeah.
into detail now.
Absolutely. The first game of the night, as I mentioned in the standing segment, it is between the Surge and the Earthquake. Your players to watch in tonight's matchup, you have Gorius on the Surge. He's got to be able to lock down Ghostyferret of the Earthquakes. Anyways, that is going to be a huge, huge matchup. Whoever wins that is most likely going to win the game. Youppi and ZD, any thoughts on this matchup between the 5 and the 6 seed?
I mean, I can hand this one to ZD. I just had a whole segment to myself, and I think he has
Yeah.
a lot to say.
Oh boy. Well, first off, I think the Surge have their entire lineup. Am I mistaken? I believe everybody's showing up for them.
Correct.
So they're going to be at full strength. LA Earthquakes have had some drama, some turmoil. It's a dumpster fire of a season. Nobody expected this. I predicted it to begin the season. Okay. They're going to bench TJF, but not today. Not today. TGF is going to play because they are missing
Are you allowed
somebody.
to leak that out?
Yeah.
Is this allowed to get leaked? I mean,
I don't know.
the inner
Common
workings of a
knowledge.
team. Are we
I don't-
allowed to leak this?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
The streets have been talking, but I don't know if the
It's
public is
out.
supposed to hear that.
I think the Surge are going to come out strong. They need 2 points. I think they go 2-0 overall today. I think they're
Whoa.
desperate, and they do not want to be left out of playoffs with 10K on the line. And I think the Earthquake continue to struggle.
I mean, I think you're just kind of wrong on how these two teams are going to approach tonight. The Earthquake I feel like are going to come into this a lot more desperate than the Surge are. They have so much to prove. They came into the season. Don't forget, they were ranked as one of the top 3 teams going into this season because of how good everybody knew that roster on paper could be. Obviously, with some trades, coming early in the season, sending Farabee and Jaden out west not out west, still in state, to Malibu. And they got back Konechny and Quake TFA. This team is still stacked on paper, and I obviously know no Quake TFA today, but they have a lot of veteran presence on that team coming from Konechny and TJ. Maybe not the best from Konechny, I won't really get into that. But Ghostyferret's a stellar player. I think that this matchup is really going to come down to Nixies. I feel like you're more knowledgeable on the goaltending side of things, but I feel like Nixies and Vasilevsky's goalie matchup is not very even, but when Nixies is on, he will be able to keep it somewhat close.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one for sure. That is the biggest playoff game. Pretty much everything snowballs down from this game, so whoever wins is going to really change the outlook of everyone's playoff hopes. Anyways, let's move on to the second game. This one, not as much playoff implications. Obviously, if the Surge don't win the first game, they have a chance to make playoffs again if they win the second game versus the Paris Pigeons. Obviously, ohLuvv, how do you feel? You're team manager of the Paris Pigeons. How do you feel about your team's performance tonight?
Is he good?
I guess.
I hear him.
You do?
It's
He's
just,
speaking.
Are you hearing things? I'm closer to him than you are, and I don't know. You're kind of an old man. I feel like your hearing would be worse than
I
mine.
might be. Yeah. Okay.
Did he say?
He said keep it a secret.
Oh, I think
fair enough. I guess
They do have a strategy for tonight to take down Sacramento, but I'm not leaking what's going on.
I think the Pigeons are gonna play a lot like ohLuvv's actions on this show. Pylons.
Oh wow, that's. I
take.
guess you could say. I mean, coming out of you, that's kind of crazy. But nonetheless, we don't have a ton of time, so we got to jump right into that last game. Alfresco, you can take it away as you have all the notes in front of you.
I do. And lastly tonight, it is the Marshmallows versus the Otters. Coming into this game, it's going to be a Z versus Robe matchup. We saw Dripsky dominate Robe in the Otters' last game, so let's see if Z can do the same thing tonight. Quickly to go get this underway, the Marshmallows pretty much need this game. If they lose, they can still squeak in, but they need the Earthquake to lose. So if the Earthquake win tonight, they need to win this game. It is a must-win game. Guys, quickly, any thoughts to sum that up?
I think Z is going to expose Robe. It's getting a little too close to playoffs for this guy to play like he does during midseason, so I'm not too confident.
I think Ohio's full of frauds. Malibu is going to win tonight.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Interesting predictions from the desk. We will quickly go on break. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go on like a 1 minute break because it is 6:58. The first game is about to start. It is a huge, huge game between the Surge and the Earthquake. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm not completely informed. We had some tech issues before this game got underway, or this game day rather. So we're trying to fix that as we go along. We apologize for the tech issues. We will hopefully have it resolved at least by the end of this first period. Hopefully by the beginning of the game, ideally. But worst comes to worst, we'll get it done as soon as we can.
Yeah, I think I believe it is working now.
All right, that's good. But
I think everything was working actually.
oh, okay.
And I
Well,
doubled-
that's I received a message from Luke, and he told me that things were not functioning as we hoped. But I told him, don't message me. Message the guy that's actually running the stuff. I
Hey.
can't do anything.
I just pulled up the stream, and the desk seems to be good. We seem to
Okay,
be solid.
that's the best news I've heard all day. But enough yapping about the technical difficulties. That's not why the viewers are here. We have a Blockey Hockey game to discuss, and we are going to be playing in roughly a minute from now. The Earthquake and the Surge. ZD, do you want to give your thoughts again? I know you already kind of talked about this game, but
Yeah,
get back
so
into it.
it's gonna be interesting. LA is gonna start on the PK because they elected to use 5 minutes. I mean, Gorius did show up on time, or at least before the game started, so that's huge for the Surge. But the Earthquakes, if they can pot one early, the Surge just have to. My bad, Al. The Surge have
Idiot.
a hole to dig out. My bad. My bad.
It's alright.
Sacramento
Happens to the best of
is
us.
on
Happens to
the
the best of
kill.
us.
LA is on the power play to start, and if LA can score, Sacramento has a big hole to dig out of. So I feel like LA, if they can get an early lead, they can build off of that. When they get down early, LA, they're on the struggle bus, to say the least. But it should be interesting to see how this goes, and I think we're about ready to get going.
I believe
Al.
so.
Yeah. It is indeed 7:05. So the penalty will be enforced on Radium 7 for a delay of game.
This is gonna really affect. I feel like the entire Earthquake game plan going into this. I wonder if they're gonna put out their regular first line. It seems like they will, but interesting that they're not maybe trying to take advantage of this power play for the first 30 seconds. With how stamina works in this game, there's definitely time for them to put out Connecting and Ferret, take Connecting off after the power play, and get him back up to full stamina. But clearly Ferret is confident in his line maze. We're about to get underway.
Face-off taking place between Vaculate Beef and Gorist. As we mentioned, Quake TFA not here for the Earthquake. 25 seconds left on the kill already as Gorist clears it all the way down the ice. The Earthquake reset, and Gorist with a good pinch on Ghostyferret, already causing problems on this penalty kill. Half of it already down the drain as Ghostyferret tries to work it out of his own zone. Now given space, Ghostyferret cross for Vaculate Beef. It's pinged away by Gorist. Gorist taking it back in his own zone now. He's going to head behind the net, losing the puck to Vaculate Beef, but he does enough of a job killing the puck, and the Surge are able to survive an early penalty. Vaculate Beef trying to pull it back, but it's pinged away by Gorist. Ghostyferret keeping it right in the zone. He goes behind the net now, looking to attack the middle. Cuts to the middle, shot, saved by Vasilevsky. Sharp angle shot, but a good save from the goaltender nonetheless. Behind the net now, Radium 7 working on Ghostyferret. He hits it up for Gorist. It does end up out of the zone. A quick line change there, and that will be a too many men penalty. As 3 of the Sacramento Surge jump onto the ice. They will head to the PK yet again.
Quick line change there.
2 penalties in one
And
game
that
feels
would be
uncommon
too many
enough.
men penalties.
2 from the same team in the first minute
As
is crazy.
It's the same penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to see that coming out of the if you're a Surge fan. This is not the type of momentum you want to start a game with.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that they killed off.
Best chance of the game so far for the Earthquake. Connecting out for TJF. He scores! TJF on the board. It's 1-0.
grizzled vet comes through. I could hear his knees clanking from inside the bench or in between the benches, but the old man gets it done past arguably the GOAT BHL goalie. And good for him. There's talks about, controversy with LA, but that's great for TJF, and let's see if he can build off that with his confidence.
In TJ's position right now, despite owning the team, he did kind of get owned by Ghostyferret, and he is their fifth man at the moment when it comes to their full roster. But scoring goals like that in clutch moments like this is definitely going to earn him his spot back on his own team, which is funny enough to talk about.
Konechny winning the faceoff versus Gasolines, trying to work it down the boards, but it's hit away. Konechny taking it back into his own zone. Gets a little help from TJF, and it clears the zone. Konechny trying to send it to the middle, but it's hit away by Arden B. Arden B the other way. A shot! It goes off Nixie's, I believe. Got a piece and off the post, and it was cleared away. Konechny up the ice. Getting past both. Konechny in alone. He scores! The Earthquake have two!
Oh my goodness. Is this old Konechny? Is he coming back?
Let's calm down, ZD. Let's calm down. All right. Vintage Konechny was an MVP finalist, and he despite that, let's not give him hate. Let's give him his flowers. Great goal, pushed by the defender with a good move, took a great shot from right inside the blue line, and Konechny's had a lot of trouble finishing the season, and I think that's what he needed for some confidence going into this late season push to try to get into the playoffs. This has been a very rough start for the Surge, though. Despite the two penalties, they have not looked good defensively.
Yeah, and for the Surge, being in the hole 2-0 is like a disaster because this team does not score goals, and we know that for a fact. As Radium wins the faceoff, trying to score right away and prove me wrong, but a big save by Nixies. Commentator's curse, as they say. Almost works, as Vacuole Beef hits it back to Ghostyferret. He pulls it back and will head back into his own end. Working it up the far boards along the benches. Ghostyferret whiffing as Radium 7 looks to head the other way, but Ghostyferret with some good defense there, able to pinch it to the boards. Radium a shot! It hits the post and goes wide. A nice curve there from the young superstar, or I guess role player for the Surge, recently acquired in trade from the Malibu Marshmallows. As the puck heads out of play, as Goriest hits it out.
Is Radium 7 lagging for you guys? He looks a little choppy for me, so I wonder if that's...
Yeah, he definitely is. He's having some technical issues, but it seems like he's playing through it. And if anything, it looks like it's been kind of advantageous to him. They don't know how to read his movement right now.
Face-off underway. Ooh,
yeah, like what do you
Radium
need to do
really lagging around now. He works around both. Radium looking for a shot, but it's hit away by the defense. Ghostyferret getting a stick on that. Ghostyferret trying to work it up the ice, but Radium 7, a good job on the forecheck. He clears it through the crease, but no shot gets on the net. A nice pullback there. He's still lagging, almost gets a shot away. Seems like the Earthquake are kind of like stunned because he's pausing so much. Ghostyferret across for Vacuole Beef, but it's hit away by Radium. Ferret whiffing on the puck. Bad whiff there. Gives it up for Radium right in front, but a save by Nixies. Still no shot on the scoreboard. Radium a shot. It goes just wide. Surge still haven't put a shot on the scoreboard, but it feels like they've put a couple on. At least close to the net. Ghostyferret works past Gasolines, but Arden B is there to back him up. He heads into the Earthquake zone, but Konechny there to steal it away. Konechny has space, but it's hit away by Arden B. Arden B hits it to the middle. A pass that miscue that almost leads to a Ghostyferret goal. Konechny a shot off the post. This second line of the Surge proving to be weak as Ghostyferret shoots it off the side of the net. Quite a long shift for Ghostyferret here. He's definitely running low on stamina. He's on 6. He's lost his sprint. The Surge have to take advantage of this. Ghostyferret trying to get to the bench as quick as possible. It's a 2-on-1. Gasolines curves past Konechny. A shot saved by Nixies. The rebound ends out in front, and it's cleared. Konechny the other way. Works past Gasolines. A shot saved by Chokington. Vasilevsky with a big save on the other end. Back and forth action ensues. Konechny behind the net. Has TJF wide open as a bad line change from the Surge yet again, but TJF whiffs. Arden B working up the boards, but Konechny takes over. Konechny getting past Arden B, gets past Goriest, but Goriest able to recover and hit it to the corner. Konechny in the corner. Goriest able to hit it out. As Goriest works past Konechny. A shot from Radium. It's stopped by Nixie's. Rebound. It's also stopped by Nixie's. He pulls it back and it's hit away by Konechny. 12 seconds remaining in the period. Konechny and TJF in the corner. It looks like they're just trying to kill the rest of this period. TJF trying to keep it behind the net here. Radium doing a little bit of lag. They're not able to get the puck out of the zone, but now they are. But that'll end the period there. The LA Earthquakes are up 2-0 in a crucial game for playoff implications. I'll hand it off in between the benches with ZD and Youppi.
Yeah. Thank you, Alfresco. Well done. And LA, they did exactly what they needed to do. They controlled the pace of play. They got on the scoreboard early. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think most of the games they played this season, they've been scored on first.
I can't confirm whether that's true or not. I have no idea.
I think so, but it allows them to get ahead of the game, play the game at their own rate, take what's given. Whereas the Surge, they kind of got to force stuff. And one thing I would love to see their defensemen do is pinch more in the offensive zone. LA's had troubles clearing the front of the net after a shot by the Surge. And so crash that and get a greasy plumber goal. They all count the same. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Youppi?
I mean, I think that they need to do a better job putting pressure on Ghostyferret. Obviously, this game, he has not really been able to do much so far. But I know that this game, there's a lot of pressure on him. And he, despite having, I think, 4 rings in the BHL, a lot of championships, he still does not handle pressure very well. And I know from experience for people playing against him when he was on my team, they would always tell me that the easiest way to beat Ghostyferret is to put the pressure on him and make him nervous and make him not feel comfortable playing with the puck, which it just doesn't feel like that's been the case from the Surge. Feels like they've been playing pretty passive, kind of letting him get comfortable each shift, which you don't want to do against somebody that talented. But that's not even getting into where both of these goals were scored. On the second line, TJ and Nick have been just absolutely firing on all cylinders tonight. TJ obviously scoring the first goal of the game, first goal in what feels like an entire decade. And Konechny scoring a goal that reminded me of his S13 form. But, I do want to see more. I'm not completely sold by this Earthquake team quite yet. I do agree that I think more of the fault lands on the Surge, not playing up to their potential. Obviously, Goriest showed up here a little bit late, probably not warm for that first period, but you still want to see better out of a team that's built to be defensive. Getting outshot and outscored like this and this early in the game is just kind of humiliating when it comes to you being able to execute your game plan.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if the Surge can figure out their second line, because they had a brain fart of a shift, 2 goals against in 1 shift. They can figure it out. And honestly, I believe the Surge's second line needs to be their goal scoring line. Konechny and TJF, not the greatest defensively, because I think Ghostyferret shuts down Goriest and Vaculum Beef shuts down Radium.
Well, realistically, it should be the other way around, no? I feel like Goriest should be doing more of the shutting down against Ghostyferret and leaving his player to get some goals.
I'm just saying they cancel each other out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But we're going to hand it back to Alfresco for the play-by-play. We kind of overstayed our welcome this time around.
It's all right. It's all right. RB winning the face-off here as the Surge decide to switch up their lines. As R&B instantly gets past Ghostyferret, a shot. He scores.
Oh my!
R&B, I believe
Wow.
Ghostyferret hitting it into his own net. Nixie sliding out of the way. It's 2-1.
Wow, what a play! That is exactly what Sacramento ordered up. Changing of the lines. R&B now on the first line, and he rewards Sacramento for that line change. We'll see what Radium 7 can now do on the second line. But I think that gives them confidence, and let's see how LA reacts. Are they going to break down and crumble?
I wonder if Ghostyferret knows that own goals don't count towards the stat sheet, because that was pretty bad. I feel like you've got to be better when you're the guy that your team's trying to trust to make defensive plays. Obviously, mistakes happen, but you want to see better out of your number 1 guy like that.
Yeah, coming from the New York Bagels owner, he's pretty much an expert in
I am
plays like that.
Of course.
As the face-off is underway here. Big ping from Vaculum Beef. A shot saved by Vasilevsky. A lot of chances between both teams as Goriest gets past Ghostyferret. Tries to cut to the middle, but ran out of room there as Vaculum Beef hitting it to the corner. Goriest Attempt from the corner as BHCL pokes it away from R&B. Trying to work the other way, but Goriest, a good pinch on that back check. Puck ends up out of the zone. Ghostyferret trying to pull it back, but Goriest wins that battle. But BHCL is right there to back Ferret up. As BHCL continues up ice, a shot saved by Vasilevsky. That one was heading into the net, and it's gloved down by the Sacramento goaltender.
Yeah,
What
he is starting to
a
heat up.
save.
You can tell. He is getting comfortable. He let in 2 goals early, but he knows that despite his team being in the best position when it comes to this playoff race, he needs to be locked in, and he cannot let this slip. All they have to do is, play well enough to secure their spot in the playoffs, and he knows that this game means a lot.
Here comes the Surge second line, the new Surge second line with Radium and Gasolines. Radium still having technical difficulties here. We'll see if that continues to be an advantage or a disadvantage for him as the puck
Did
ends
they
up
know
out of play.
there's a recent Fortnite update? He's probably downloading that if that's the case. I'm not gonna lie. Radium,
That would be
well-known Fortnite player. Old username used to be Radium_Fortnite. Fun fact.
That'd be very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate indeed, but I know where his priorities are at in that case. And we're gonna get a face-off violation.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, wrong foul. Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, I trust you. No worries. Just letting you know in case you missed it.
Anyways, LA forced to take the face-off with TJF there, as Radium trying to get around Konechny, but unable to off the face-off. Konechny working it along the boards as Gasolines hits it back into his own corner. Gasolines working it up, trying to get past Konechny, but unable to do so. Good back check from both teams. Gasolines works it in front, a sharp angle shot. It's stopped by Nixies. Not much of a threat there, but they can sneak in once in a while. It's always good to get the puck on the net as TJF hits it up for Konechny. Konechny working around Radium. A shot saved by Vasilevsky. There's that internet coming into his disadvantage part where the team doesn't really expect him. As Gasoline's trying to work up the ice, but it's hit away by TJF. It's behind the net. Gasoline's hitting it out for Goriest. A shot, it's pinged by the Earthquake. Goriest pulling it back. A nice move past Konechny. A shot saved by Nixies. Huge save there from the LA goaltender. That one was a tough one through traffic. Konechny able to clear the zone, but not getting past Arden. His first line of Sacramento still looking to put the pressure on and still looking good at it. As Arden continues the forecheck in the offensive zone. He pulls it back, gets around Nixies, and scores! It's
Oh
tied
my
2.
god. My angle, that was beautiful.
That might
get-
be, or that is a goal of the year candidate. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. It was a very
candidate.
nice goal. Like,
I'll say candidate.
there have been some very nice goals. But I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. It might be wrong, but what can I do? Despite that, I don't want to hate on that goal. I want to give it the credit. Great finish by Arden. He gets the puck in front of the net. Arden has been known to become he's kind of formed into one of the better finishers in Blockey when it comes to being able to put the puck in the back of the net. And this game, he's been proving it. He's had both goals for the Surge.
Face-off underway as Arden able to win the face-off. Puck switches possessions a couple times in center ice before Goriest works in. Goriest working it along the boards now. He's behind the net, cuts the side, tries to cut back, but it hits the side of the net. Ghostyferret, a big hit there. But again, no call. Ferret moving up the boards, but it's hit away by Arden. BHCL trying to keep the puck in with Ghostyferret. Ghostyferret does eventually get it into the zone. Arden. Puck stolen by Ghostyferret, but Arden right there to clear it right away. It ends up in the Earthquake zone. Ghostyferret having to reset behind his own net. Working it up the boards, cuts to the middle. Traverses the sides of the ice. Ferret trying to work around Arden. He passes the middle for BHCL, who whiffs quite a few times before shooting it off the post. Great chance there for the Earthquake. BHCL, a shot saved by Vasilevsky. The rebound comes out to Ghostyferret. A shot. He scores.
What a
That might
finish
have
by
been off.
Ferret. That might have been offsides, though. I was just
Yeah,
about to say. That's why I'm not too
yeah.
excited.
I didn't. That's why I'm also not too excited.
I'm checking it right now.
Yeah, I think it might have been offside. That's why I wasn't too excited as well.
I was just
Yeah.
I was expecting the game to call it back.
Yeah. And that was
Oh
also
yeah.
a
Oh
beautiful
that
shot.
Alfresco. I got bad news for the earthquake.
Oh, that's
That's
Yeah.
kind of egregious.
That's not really close. Sorry, guys.
I don't know if Will Neff is here, but we did not get paid.
Here, butting in here.
If you,
The instant replay, I've paused it. You can clearly see this is offsides.
okay,
So,
yeah. I mean, thank you for the clarity, Demoney. We always appreciate you popping in. I will say though, if Will Neff is watching, my PayPal is open, and that goal can be overturned. But that's just me though. I am the commissioner, so we can make that work.
Yeah. Let's
We'll
see.
be a little,
Let's see.
we're a little shameless. Got to pay the bills.
Let's see how the earthquake react to that.
They put their second line on the ice now as Konechny wins the faceoff versus Radium, who is still having trouble with his internet. You can see him kind of teleporting around the ice like he's got a superpower, but that is no superpower to have, as TGF trying to get a shot away, but it's hit away by Gasolines. Gasoline's trying to work it up. Radium heads to the bench quickly there. Looks like they're just going to 2v1 for now. Probably put someone on as
I don't think.
someone gets
I think
close.
they just
There
didn't
they
know
are.
who to put out there. They were on the bench looking at each other like, who's supposed to go? We don't know what to do.
I think they're trying to conserve Stam as Goriest heads out on the ice now. It'll be Gasolines and Goriest versus Konechny and TJF. Goriest hits it up. Looking for Gasolines. He does connect. TJF takes it back into his own corner though. Trying to work it along the boards, but big hit there, and I'll call a penalty on that. Dude, it's so awkward when I have to call a penalty as ref and commentating. It's just like, what do I say?
You just gotta like act like you're two different people, you know. Oh, the referee decides to make the call. Talking the third person.
What an opportunity for Sacramento.
Oh yeah,
Two-goal
this is
period
huge.
with the opportunity to make it a three-goal period and take the lead. Let's see if Ghostyferret has recovered, because he's been in shambles this period, if you ask me.
Yeah,
But
I don't
let's
know.
see.
He has been invisible this game.
He is on the penalty kill to start. He does win the faceoff. Ghostyferret, a pretty good penalty killer from what I've seen, traversing the ice, and R&B is absolutely lost at this point. He's already killed a third of the penalty and still has possession of the puck. Ghostyferret working it up. Finally hit away from him, but it ends up right back on his stick, and he'll take it again behind the net. Goriest trying to chase. Ghostyferret still has possession of that puck. A fantastic penalty kill for the superstar. Pings it away from R&B. That is an expert penalty kill if you are trying to watch things, as the period will end on that note. But Sacramento gets 2 goals to catch up on the score sheet. It's tied after 2 periods, and I will send it in between the benches.
It's like we never left.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, Al. I mean, holy crap, what a period for Sacramento. They get 2 goals. Granted, one is off an own goal by Ghostyferret. I've been on the receiving end of that as well. But LA, like, if one thing goes wrong, it seems they just collapse. And you like to see them face adversity, stick together. Okay, I don't know how their VC's going, but I would hope that they're trying to pick each other up, because they're still in this game. This game is not over. Sacramento, keep doing what you did in that second period. I think they put on a little bit more pressure, and they were rewarded for it. What are your thoughts, Youppi?
Yeah, I think that they definitely stepped it up this period, and I think it kind of proves the point that we were talking about in the first intermission, when we felt like the Surge were kind of playing down to the Earthquake. Not necessarily playing down, but not playing to their strengths enough. And it was causing the Earthquake to have a very easy time, especially against their second line. Obviously, the radium lag issues have been a problem, but they have really turned it up this period. Specifically, R2B has been playing phenomenal when it comes to being able to put the puck in the back of the net. I would argue that, other than that, he has not been playing the best. But, it doesn't really matter. When your team needs 2 goals and you're able to score those 2 goals, it doesn't really... You can kind of look away from maybe some of his forechecking issues, especially that power play. That, obviously, credit where credit's due to Ghostyferret. but that was kind of egregious, in my opinion, from Arden B. He just could not get even close to Ghostyferret for half of that penalty kill. I did see what me and ZD are here between the benches. I was hearing Goriest in the as that period was ending before they went back to the locker room saying that if he was if he had a little more energy, he thinks they score on that power play because he would have had the energy to go get that puck and maybe set up Arden B rather than it being the other way around. What are your thoughts on that, ZD?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the one thing to keep in mind is Ghostyferret and Gorius are matching up against each other pretty much the entire time. I think Gorius could have gone after Ghostyferret. I think they were on similar stam, so that could have been a missed opportunity. But to be fair, if Gorius gets beat, I do not want Arden B defending Ghostyferret. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Ghostyferret is just too good to be handled by a player that is still pretty close to, I would consider, a rookie. Obviously, he did play for the Bandits for a lot of last season, but he still plays with that like vibe that he is inexperienced. But we're not going to stay too long this time. We're going to give it back to Alfresco before the period starts so he can get that play-by-play going on time.
Yep, just in time as the faceoff is underway. No line changes from the second period to the third. It's still Arden B and Gorius versus Ghostyferret and Vaculate Beef. Gorius trying to get an early opportunity, but it's hit away by Ghostyferret to the corner. Ghostyferret burns Gorius. As talked about in the intermission, couldn't be dangerous. Vaculate Beef a shot off the post. He took a while to load that one up, but still unable to put it into the net. Gorius, 2-on-1 emerging for Sacramento, trying to get it to the middle is Gorius, but a good play from Vaculate Beef on that back check. Ghostyferret chased by Arden B. He has Vaculate Beef open. A shot. They score! Vaculate Beef, 24, puts the Earthquake in front by 1.
Wow.
What a finish by the first overall pick of the last BHL draft. I was working the directing. ZD, you can analyze that play for me.
Yeah, it looks like LA's first line is starting to get a little bit of chemistry. Ghostyferret draws the defender over to the strong side. He threes it across to Vaculate Beef on the weak side, or the far side, the opposite side of the puck, and he's able to tuck that in short side just past Vasilevsky. And anytime you make a goalie have to go from cross crease, as we like to say, you have a good chance at scoring because they may not be fully squared to the puck. And good job on Vaculate Beef getting the shot off quickly and on net. And my mistake, he actually went far side.
Yeah, Vasilevsky there unshifting to try to ping that puck. Might cost him there. If he hit that shift button, he could have possibly saved it as Arden B almost works out in front for an opportunity, but it was hit away by the Earthquakes. Arden B working it in the corner, trying to get it to the center, but again, Ghostyferret, good job on defense there. Tries to cross it. It's pinged away by Arden B. Gorius almost lost the puck for a second, but is able to recover. Gorius clearing the zone now as Ghostyferret chases it down and wins possession right back. Gorius trying to hit it away from Ghostyferret. He does get it back to Radium. Radium appearing to have fixed his lag issues from it appears like not looking like a PowerPoint as of right now. As Ghostyferret trying to work it to the slot, but he's unable to get a shot away, and he will go to the bench. Konechny now with the puck, hitting it up for TJF. He works past Gasolines for the moment. Gets it down into the corner. Gasolines takes over, though, and is able to clear. TJF trying to pull it back, but Gasolines reads it well. Puck over by the ref circle as Gasolines cuts to the middle, trying to work around TJF, but it's pinged to the boards. Gasolines trying to pull it back, but Konechny gets past. Trying to get past Radium, but Radium pings it away, but Konechny getting a sharp angle shot off of the ping. Big save from Vasilevsky. TJF a nice block there, trying to work it the other way. Gets past Gasolines for a moment, but it ends up behind the net. Good defense there. Gasolines almost hits it right to TJF. Dangerous play there, but he works past both LA defenders and almost gets a shot away, but it's hit away by TJF. The puck ends up in the slot, but it's cleared away by the Earthquake. About half the period has passed, and LA still clinging on to that early third period goal and a lead. Arden B, a shot! It's blocked by Konechny. Big ping there from the second liner. Ghostyferret taking possession now. Hits it behind the net. And traverses yet again, coming up the near boards. And by the penalty boxes. Ghostyferret chased down by Arden B and Gorius now, as the puck ends up behind the net. Goriest trying to get it in front. Ghostyferret, a nice ping there. It's played by Vasilevsky as he gloved it down. Goriest across for Arden B, trying to work past Vaculate Beef, but unable to. Big play from the young first overall pick in the BHL last season, as Ghostyferret trying to pass it across for Vaculate Beef, but it was just a bit too far. Arden B trying to work it up, but a good pinch there from Vaculate Beef. A nice shift to block. Vasilevsky clears it to the corner. Arden B in the corner, trying to get the puck out. He is able to off the ping. Arden B trying to work it up the ice now, but Ghostyferret hits away. Goriest takes over, trying to get a shot away, but Nixies comes out of his crease to clear it away. Arden B, a shot from a sharp angle. It's cleared away by Nixies. Goriest, a nice pinch there. Tries to get past Vac, but unable to. Ghostyferret pulls it back. Looking for a shot here. Oh, Goriest almost gets a shot off from a sharp angle, but it's cleared away by Nixies. Hit the edge of the hitbox there and sat in front of the crease for a moment. Definitely a scary moment. As Gasoline's able to clear the zone. Ghostyferret still staying on the ice here. He hits it behind the net and goes for the line change. 2-on-1 for the Surge. Can they convert? Gasoline's unable to hit it out for Radium, though, and Konechny clears it away. 40 seconds remain. Konechny, a shot. It's cleared away by Vasilevsky, and TJF gets poke checked by Radium. Vasilevsky opting not to pull the goaltender yet, so it'll be 2-on-2. It ends up in front. Gasoline's looking for a shot, but it's cleared away. They pull now. 3 skaters on the ice for the Surge. It's Goriest heads on the ice. A shot from Gasoline's. It goes just wide. TJF hitting it behind the net. 16 seconds remain. They double team him behind the net. TJF just trying to kill time here. Radium hitting it out, but Konechny takes over. 6 seconds remain. He hits it behind the net. Pulls it back. Double pulls back. Radium one last chance, but it's hit away by TJF, and the LA Earthquakes are able to take this one 3-2 in regulation.
What a game. Absolute
Great
giga banger match. But
Great game.
Al Fresco, I know, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I would just like to ask you before you get into that, can you remind the audience, since the playoff race is a big topic right now, what implications does this have on the playoff race?
I was just about to get into this. The Earthquake winning this game means that nobody has clinched a playoff spot from these two teams. No one. The Sacramento Surge are still possible chance they miss the playoffs, and the Earthquakes still have a possible chance that they miss the playoffs. But later tonight at 8:30, the Malibu Marshmallows play the Ohio Otters, and that game is now a must-win game. If the Marshmallows lose that game in regulation, then they are eliminated from playoff contention, and if they lose it in overtime, they have to win out their last 2 games, and the Earthquake will clinch a playoff spot if the Malibu loses in overtime. If the Malibu wins, then it's still the same thing. All 3 teams can still be eliminated from playoffs.
Very, very interesting. But ZD, do you have anything to add following this game?
Yeah, I mean, for LA, great game overall. Little sketchy there in the second period, but hopefully they can build confidence moving forward into the last game day to secure that playoff spot, because it's going to be absolutely crucial that they ride this high. And kudos to them. They faced adversity and they came out on top of it this time. That's signs of growth for Sacramento. They got good looks there at the end. They just could not bury the puck. But Sacramento, they can still clinch with their next game that's starting here in about 8 minutes. So look for them to come out flying.
Yeah, if you're a Surge fan, do not go anywhere. We're going to be right back soon. Make sure to go grab a snack. We've got another banger. I believe they are playing the Paris Pigeons in the upcoming game. Am I wrong, Alfresco?
Correct. You are correct. This game does have playoff implications, as mentioned. The Surge game is their last game of the year, so if they want to guarantee a spot in playoffs, they have to at least win this game, I believe, or go to overtime, perhaps, to clinch playoffs. I'm not too sure how the tiebreakers have worked. I have to look at it again. But don't go anywhere. As mentioned, we'll be right back.
All right.
What is tiebreaker?
I got to get the
All right, BHCL, we're back for game 2 of game day 17 here in Sacramento between the Surge and the Paris Pigeons. I'm Alafresco. I'm joined beside me by ZDXW in between the benches,
Great to be back.
and our commissioner and team manager of the New York Bagels, Youppi.
Hey.
And we're going to take you through this game. Just quickly before this game starts, the Sacramento Surge, if they want to clinch a playoff spot, they have to win this game. They cannot lose this game in overtime and clinch playoffs with a point. They will still be out of this game due to tiebreaker if the Marshmallows can win all 3 games. So, an important game for the Sacramento Surge. For the Paris Pigeons, not so much. Obviously, they are already clinched in a playoff spot, but they still have something to prove nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd like to get hot going into playoffs. And Paris, a lot of people think that they are fraudulent. And so maybe they can beat the allegations and the fraudulent allegations tonight and get something going into playoffs. And if they win, does that affect the seeding in any way for Paris?
I believe so. I think they're able to move within, I think above the Ohio Otters in the standings. They will have one more overtime loss than them, which is an extra point. So they will move up to the 3 seed momentarily, but this is their last game of the year, and the Otters do have a game coming up at 8:30 to jump them yet again. Just quickly before the game starts, if you guys are interested in playing the game, or if you're interested in, any statistics, any standings, anything about the league, join our Discord, discord.gg/BHL. There's everything there. There's a bunch of friendly members that'll definitely help you out if you have no idea what's going on as well. Just wanted to throw that out there before the game starts. Game should be starting momentarily, though. It is indeed 7:45. So we should be underway soon. Guys, any quick predictions before this game starts?
I think Sacramento wins this 4-1.
Ooh, interesting call from ZD. ZD predicting on the desk that the Sacramento Surge would win both games. Obviously, he was wrong about that one. They did end up losing their first game 3-2. Obviously, could be due to some issues. Obviously, Radium saved with a little bit of lag in last game, but the face-off is underway between Arden B and R-Doggy. R-Doggy and Transport's now on the first line for the Pigeons. They've switched it up since their mid-season. R-Doggy and ohLuvv, kind of Kobe and Shaq, they felt that they needed to balance out that second line with ohLuvv, as R-Doggy trying to work it up the ice. But Arden B hits it away. Puck changes possessions a couple times in the neutral zone as R-Doggy works it down the boards. R-Doggy hitting it behind the net. Working it out in front. He curves. He shoots off the post. Arden B clears as Transports keeps it in the zone. And the Pigeons are off to a quick start. R-Doggy in the corner. Trying his patented in P3 shot from the corner, or from the boards. But it's hit away by Arden B. Transports whiffing on the puck and decides to just hit it back and not risk any defensive blunder. As it ends up on the stick of R-Doggy, but out of play.
A play just happened and I thought it was hilarious. Arden B looked for a pass and his line mate Gorius was not going up with him. So they are not on the same page.
Tiger Lover 06 checks into the game here, and ohLuvv. ohLuvv playing forward now for the Pigeons. Again, moving from his spot of first line defenseman to first line forward. Tiger Lover 06 in the defensive spot.
Second line forward, yeah.
Yeah, second line forward. Jeez. Anyways. Radium 7 and Gasoline's working on the puck in the corner. They're on the ice for the second line of the Surge as Tiger Lover 06 resets behind his own net. Tiger Lover 06 in the corner, but it's hit away by Radium. Radium trying to pull it back, but he whiffs and the puck is cleared. But again, heads right back into the Pigeon zone. Gasoline's a shot from deep. It's gloved down by Pluds. Big stop by the Paris Pigeons goaltender there. Radium trying to get it off the boards, but ohLuvv hits it away. A bad whiff from Gasoline's. ohLuvv a shot. It hits the post, and it's cleared by Vasilevsky.
Wow.
A huge save from the Surge goaltender.
That's vintage
ohLuvv hits
Vasilevsky
out.
right there.
Oh, Tiger Lover's shot. He whiffs. He didn't get all of it. And it's cleared away by Vasilevsky. R-Doggy working on Goriest now. You'll see that matchup a lot. ohLuvv versus Goriest as this game unfolds. Transport's crossing it, but it's pinged away by R&B. R&B trying to shoot it. Not enough juice, and it's cleared away by Pluds. ohLuvv whiffing on the puck, and R&B is right back into the zone. About halfway through this first period, as R&B trying a sharp angle shot, but it misses the net by quite a bit. Transport's now looking to clear, but he whiffs, and R&B is right there. But Transports works it out. 2-on-1 for Paris. Transports across for ohLuvv, but it's not there, and Goriest hits it away. Goriest working to the puck to the middle. It's hit away by Transports and up. ohLuvv hits it away from R&B, but Goriest is right there. Again, Goriest staying closely on ohLuvv here, kind of shadowing him, making sure he doesn't get the puck open. R&B tries to work past Transports, but it's pinged away. Transports hits it up for Goriest, who takes it away. R&B takes it away from Transports. A little bit of lag there, and a big hit from the Transports. Referee keeps his whistle silent as Pluds hits it away from R&B to the corner. ohLuvv working the puck in the corner, trying to get it out of the zone, but again whiffing. R&B trying to take over, but ohLuvv hits it out of the zone. Gasoline's now hitting it back as Radium changes on the ice, and Tiger Lover on the ice for the Pigeons. The second line's out for both teams. ohLuvv works it into the corner, pulls it back.
ohLuvv!
ohLuvv gets one on Vasilevsky.
My God. ohLuvv legacy game. What
He's
a
so
goal.
back.
I didn't know he had that in his bag. Wow. Oh my goodness.
After
What?
the pregame show of being called a pylon and traffic cone, ohLuvv has something to prove. It's 1-0.
Oh my goodness.
That was vintage ohLuvv right there. I mean, great play coming out of the corner with those pulls. Got the shot on the far side post. I saw it from right behind the net. Vasilevsky really had no chance there. He was just guessing as to where ohLuvv was going to shoot it, and he guessed wrong.
Vasilevsky, Gasolines, and Radium 07 or 7. They need to go into the stands, find their jock straps, because they got undressed.
Big win from ohLuvv on the faceoff. Radium provides instant pressure. The puck ends up along the boards. Radium trying to work past Tiger Lover, but unable to do so. Second line of Paris doing a good job. It's been considered a weakness from many, many people, but so far they have the only goal in this game and have looked pretty well in terms of the eye test. ohLuvv, a shot again. It's hit away by Vasilevsky. Trying these tight angle shots, and he's appearing to get them off in a lot, and they're working pretty well. Gasolines, a tight angle shot as well the other way, but Pluds able to clear it away to the corner. Goriest pings it, but it is offsides. Surge tag up. ohLuvv crossing it for Transports. Hit away by R&B, but ohLuvv follows up, and he works down the ice, but R&B, good job on the back check there. Goriest trying to cross it, but it's pinged by ohLuvv. But Goriest is right there. Transport's trying to get it to the middle. It's pinged away by ohLuvv, his own teammate, hitting the puck away from him, and then getting blocked by R&B. R&B trying to drag it to the middle, but it's hit away. Goriest keeps it in the zone momentarily, but it's cleared by the Pigeons. Big hit there from Transports. Again, but no call, as the period will end, and Paris is up 1-0 after 5 minutes of play. I'll send it in between the benches yet again with Youppi and ZD.
Thanks, Al. And holy crap, I did not expect this from Sacramento. I thought they got a lot of good looks in their previous games, or their previous game, and that would carry over into this, and they just look terrible. When they pass, the passes aren't hitting their mark, they're too short, they're not hitting the net, they're trying to skate through everybody. Whereas Paris, they're just taking what's given. They're looking for the passing plays. Transport and ohLuvv have done a nice job shutting down R&B and Goriest. And the second line for Sacramento, like the previous game, was terrible in the first period. I don't know if you agree or disagree, Youppi. Youppi?
Hello. I'm currently doing something on Twitter. I am not here. I have not been paying attention. My apologies.
Okay. We'll just say that.
We don't have
I've
a lot
been
of guys behind the production.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Alfresco's got me.
ZD, what questions do you have about this first period?
Questions. My question is, Sacramento, who the heck is gonna score goals for you? Like Arden B scored 2 last game, but the first one was an own goal by Ghostyferret, and the second one he pulled a rabbit out of a hat. That doesn't seem like that's part of his game. That move that he made to score his second goal. But like, does Gorius have to be a shutdown defender and all the offense? Like Radium 7's been kind of disappointing. I know in the previous game he had lag issues, but will he step up? And for Paris, can they maintain the solid defensive effort? They've been solid on the back check. They need to keep that up. And my question is, how is Pluds going to play when he starts getting tested some more? He's obviously a top goaltender in the league, but he's only seen one shot. Everything else has been wide. But there haven't been that many opportunities for Sacramento. So for Pluds, when he does get tested, will he be up to the challenge since he's going to be kind of cold?
Yeah,
Send it
I'd
back
love.
to you, Al.
Yeah, I'd love to point out Tiger Lover 06's play so far. It has been pretty good. Obviously being the fifth man for the Paris Pigeons to start the season. Looks pretty good defensively and has done a good job of shutting down this Sacramento first line. Face-off about to get underway in 15 seconds. ZD quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to add, this is an ohLuvv legacy game. Nobody thought that he could be a decent forward, and he pulls that out of his butt. Like, that is absolutely phenomenal. That's what you need from your team manager.
Arden B winning the faceoff versus Ardoggy, but Ardoggy instantly hits it right back down the ice as the second period is underway. Gorius trying to clear the zone. Ardoggy trying to keep it in. He does eventually get it right back into the zone. Ardoggy in the corner. Trying that P3 shot from the boards, but it's read well. Most players in the league understand that that's his go-to shot, so expect everyone to be ready for that. Arden B, a nice ping, trying to get a sharp angle shot away, but it goes wide. Again, as ZD was saying in the intermission, Pluds is yet to be tested, and yet again, that puck heading wide. Ardoggy, a nice ping, gets past Gorius, a shot from a sharp angle, it hits the outside of the net. Ardoggy working in front again, a shot, saved by Vasilevsky, rebound, it's cleared. Gorius working up the ice versus Ardoggy. It ends up in the corner. Ardoggy hitting it back into the corner. It's pinged away by Gorius. Gorius, a shot from a sharp angle, hits the post. Again, just ending up wide has been the story of this game for Sacramento on offense. Ardoggy working up ice now, has a lot of space, works past Radium. Ardoggy looking for a shot, but it's hit away by Radium to the corner. ohLuvv, a shot from deep, it doesn't have enough juice, and it's cleared away by Vasilevsky. 2-on-1 the other way. Ardoggy almost goes for a line change at Radium, a shot, it goes wide yet again. Almost a bad line change for the Pigeons, but Ardoggy able to recognize the dire situation, gets back on the back check and forces Radium to the corner and a little bit wide. ohLuvv working up the ice now. Gets it past Radium and behind the net. ohLuvv hits it out of the corner. Passing it back for Tiger Lover, who passes it back for ohLuvv. A shot! He scores! ohLuvv's got 2. It's 2-0.
Oh my goodness, what are Gasolines and Radium 7 doing? They're just puck watching. They're chasing the puck. They look like 8-year-old mites playing hockey for the first time. They're just, puck, I must go to it. They both pressure the puck carrier and Tiger Lover's like, okay, and just barely hits it up to ohLuvv, and he puts it back, or puts it past Tokington, aka Vasilevsky. And I don't think he's expecting a shot that quick, because I don't think he should have expected a shot that quick. That was so misplayed by the Surge. And their playoff hopes, they are not looking great. It looks like they're going to need a lot of help if they want to make the playoffs.
Face-off underway. ohLuvv has 2 on the game already as he wins it from Radium 7. Trying to work past Gasolines, but Gasolines hitting it up for Radium. Dangerous chance the other way, but Tiger Lover hitting it to the corner. Radium working it to the middle. It's cleared out by Tiger Lover, but right back into the zone. Go the Surge. ohLuvv pulling it back. Surge are offside according to the game, so they're going to have to tag up. ohLuvv working it out. He gets it out of the zone, using the boards, but Radium and Gasolines both tag team him and keep it along the boards and not to the middle of the ice. ohLuvv pinged away by Gasolines. Gasoline works past Tiger Lover to the middle. Gasoline's in alone. It's hit away by Tiger Lover at the last moment. ohLuvv behind the net. Clears it up for Ardoggy. He hops onto the ice, as does Goriest. Nice pullback from Ardoggy. He's got open space. A shot. It's pinged away by Goriest. Ardoggy behind the net. The Pigeons are just absolutely controlling the pace of play right now as Goriest hits it up. Goriest looking for Arden B. The pass is a bit too far and hit away by Transports. Right to Ardoggy as Goriest again looking for Arden B, but too far. A nice cut from Transports. He's got space. Looking for Ardoggy there. A little too predictable. And it's pinged away by Arden B. Big block there from Transports for Arden B, but Transports is able to get it by him anyways. Ardoggy working it along the bench boards. Cleared out by the Surge, but right back in go the Pigeons. Ardoggy now behind the net. Ardoggy and Arden B fight for the puck as Goriest takes over. Ardoggy heads right back in. Surge unable to clear it from Ardoggy. He's done a very, very good job as Ardoggy pulls it back. He's got space. Again, trying to work it behind the net and keep it along the boards. Pigeons don't really need to score any goals with the rate Sacramento is putting shots on the net. Yet they still only have one shot and no shots this period. Transports crossing for Ardoggy, but a hit away by Arden B. A shot saved by Pluds. Huge save from the Paris goaltender to keep them up 2. Transports looking to clear, but pinged away by Goriest. Goriest looking to pass to the middle, but hit away by Ardoggy. Ardoggy working up the boards, gets past Gasolines, but not past Radium. It ends up in neutral ice. ohLuvv taking over in his own zone. Works past Gasolines. He works past, or almost works past Gasolines, but it's pinged away. ohLuvv trying to get it to the middle, but it's hit away by Vasilevsky. Tiger Lover. It's pinged away by Gasolines. A lot of possession changes between these second lines. Not a lot of scoring opportunities. Oh, Radium trying to get past ohLuvv, but unable to do so. 8 seconds remain in the period. ohLuvv just trying to keep it behind the net, kill the rest of the time. He does work it up and out of the zone, but that'll do it for our second period. Paris goes into the second intermission up 2-0. I'll send it in between the benches with ZD and myself for this period. ZD, thoughts on this game so far? Again, Sacramento not putting up much offense on the board.
Yeah, I want to start with Paris. I mean, they're playing a textbook game. Like I said in the previous intermission, and every time that I'm here, take what's given, and Paris is doing that. They're not forcing anything. They're not trying to put the square peg into a round hole. They're taking what's given. They're passing. They're moving the puck well. They're committed to the back check. They're so committed to the back check, they're actually disrupting Sacramento's offense in the neutral zone, which was seen on the second goal for Paris, and that allows them to get back on the attack quickly and put Sacramento on their heels. Now, from Sacramento's standpoint, like the biggest piece of advice, the second line needs to stop sucking. They have been terrible. Just terrible. Maybe you put Arden B back on the second line. And then also, I would like to see Goriest act like a first-round pick. He was the first pick for Sacramento. And obviously he's a defensive stud. But, you know, in BHCL, defense doesn't really win championships. Who cares if you only allow 1 goal a game if you can't score any goals? So Goriest needs to put some offensive pressure on and be the best player on the ice. Right now, he's not doing that. What are your thoughts, Al?
Yeah, obviously Goriest a defenseman and one of the better ones at it. I just think when your team goes down 2-0, you got to put him on the offensive attack. He's your best player on the ice. He's your first-round pick. You gotta be able to use him in the offensive space to try to get something going. Arden B is not getting anything going. A lot of his shots are going wide. And And obviously, Radium not doing too well on the second line either. They've been shut down on every front. The only chance that they've really had that stood out to me is Arden B on a very, very bad turnover from the Pigeons. ZD, do you think the Sacramento Surge have any chance at winning this game?
Right now, no. Okay, there's no desperation in their game, and they're playing for their season. Even if they lose this game in regulation, they're not technically eliminated from playoffs, but they need a whole lot of help from other teams in the league. So you'd like to control your own destiny. So they need to play with some desperation this period if they want even a chance to even sniff overtime.
Interesting line change as the third period gets underway. It's still Ardoggy and Transports for the Pigeons, but it's Arden B and Radium for the Surge as the puck goes out of play.
Yeah, and if you have the free time, join the Discord. Discord.com/what is it, BHL?
It's discord.gg/BHL.
Oh,
Close.
Discord. My bad. So used to .com on stuff. My bad.
It's alright, ZD's an old head. As Ardoggy gets a shot off the faceoff, but it's stopped by Vasilevsky. Radium 7 and Arden B on this first line. You would think this line doesn't have much defense, especially against a star player like Ardoggy. Ardoggy trying to work past Arden B, but good back check there. The Surge are trying to top line stack on the second line with Gasolines and Gorius, it appears. Been the best two players so far. They're going to try to get more offense on the second line. They believe that is the weaker of the two lines, but ohLuvv and Tiger Lover have been very good this game. So we'll see how it goes. Ardoggy working behind the net now. He's controlled the puck for quite a bit of time. Now behind the net, has plenty of space. Both of them chasing after the puck, but the Surge are able to hit it away. Ardoggy got a transports wide open at the point there, but he was unable to get a pass away. As Radium works it out of the zone, trying to pass it for Arden B, but it's hit away by Transports. Transports blocked by Arden B, who tries to instantly get a shot away, but it's cleared to the corner. Arden B tries to center it, but it's cleared away by Transports and out of the zone. Arden B trying to hit it up, but Radium 7 working it along the boards. Ardoggy trying to get it up the boards as the ref blows the whistle. I believe there was a penalty on the play. Penalty on the Sacramento Surge. The Paris Pigeons will be heading to the power play here, as I believe Radium 7 committing the infraction. Yeah, it appears it just happened after Radium going for the puck in neutral ice near the Paris bench. Trying to hit the puck, but instead hits the player way out of the play. That's a penalty any day of the week, as Gorius now on the penalty kill versus ohLuvv. The second line for Paris trying to get their third goal of the game. As Tiger Lover trying to get it out for ohLuvv, but it's cleared. Gorius hitting it out. ohLuvv across for Tiger Lover, who shoots, saved by Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky hits it up right to ohLuvv off the post. What a mistake there. Gotta wonder, the Surge gotta be keeping the puck behind the net on a penalty kill. Why are they hitting it right to the blue line? ohLuvv trying to get it to the slot, but it's cleared away by Gorius, and the penalty kill's over. Gorius trying to work against this second line. As we talked about in the intermission, you're going to see him try to get more offensive here. As a big hit on Gasolines, and the Paris will be penalized for that. Right back the other way, a very similar hit in the neutral ice by ohLuvv. He'll be heading to the box.
Yep. And you cannot do that if you're Paris. This is a critical moment in the game. You don't want to give Sacramento any life. They just had a big, massive PK. They got a little life from that. Let's see if they can capitalize on this.
Tiger Lover 06 winning the faceoff here. Gorius, a shot saved by Pluds. Rebound is pinged. He tries another chance, but it's hit away. Tiger Lover keeping it in the corner here. Gorius works it out. In front, it's gloved by Pluds. He plays the puck behind the net. 10 seconds left on the power play. A much better power play this time around. Gasoline's a shot. It goes wide. The puck is in the corner. Tiger Lover just trying to hang on for dear life, and he's able to as ohLuvv coming out of the box. Gorius hitting it down into the corner. It ends up at the boards. And behind the net, ohLuvv trying to hit it up. It's pinged away by Gasolines, but Gorist heads right back. It appears he's heading off for a line change. As ohLuvv hitting it up for ohDoggy, but he's not there. Radium trying to work around the outside. He ends up along the boards. ohDoggy trying to work past Radium, but unable to do so. R&B takes over for Radium in the corner. He's able to clear it past ohDoggy, but not past Transports. Still in neutral ice here. R&B still trying to work around Transports, but Transports doing a good job of shifting and blocking the puck. Transports hits it across for ohDoggy. He's in alone. ohDoggy a shot. He scores. Paris goes up 3 with 1:29 remaining.
Wow, what a play by ohDoggy, and he pretty much just squashes any momentum Sacramento has, and that's what Paris needs. They're already in the playoffs. This game should push them up one tier in the standings. But if you want to see the standings and all the stats, join BHL Discord, discord.gg/BHL. There you can find all the stats, media, standings, all the lore around BHCL, and join the conversation and join the game.
Yeah. ZD finally getting the Discord right this time around. But a fantastic goal nonetheless from ohDoggy. Pretty much puts this game out of reach. 3 goals in a minute and 30 in BHL standards is pretty hard to do, unless a monumental collapse happens from Paris. What that implies for Paris is they do take over the 3 seed momentarily. They have to wait on the Ohio Otters to finish their season, though, as they do have 1 more point than the Otters. As of right now, the Otters playing at 8:30. It will determine their seeding if they're able to get a point or not. Radium working it in front. A big save by Pluds. Might be too little, too late. As Radium a shot, it goes off the post and off Pluds as well. Finally, some offensive life for the Surge, but with 46 seconds left, that's way too little, way too late. Again, as I was saying before, the 3 seed now belongs to Paris after this win tonight. They're going to have to wait to see whether or not the Otters are able to be victorious in their game tonight. And I believe an overtime loss for the Otters does give them the 3 seed as well, because they do have the goal differential advantage. ohLuvv trying to work it past to the middle of the ice, but R&B a good job there. Just kind of playing it out at this point are the players. Gasoline, some big hits there in the corner. The referee blows the whistle there. That'll be a penalty.
You hate to see it.
Some bad morals.
You're losing. Yeah, you're losing. This could be it for your season. Sacramento's going to need a lot of help. But lose with class. Win with class and lose.
Yo, we got to
dropping the gloves.
Oh.
Big fight on the ice.
ohLuvv wins.
ohLuvv. Dang. ohLuvv sticking up for his teammates there. You love to see it. But from Sacramento, you got to be disappointed in the way that they are ending this game. That is just unreal and completely classless.
Yeah.
Kudos to ohLuvv for winning the fight.
Yeah. I will clarify on the standings real quickly for the Ohio Otters. They do have 2 games in hand over the Pigeons after this game, so they got 2 chances to get 1 point, pretty much, unless they lose a game by a dramatic amount. The Pigeons after this game will have a -4 goal differential, while the Otters are currently sitting at a +9. It's pretty crazy that such a winning team like the Pigeons are a -4 in the goal differentials stat. As the Paris Pigeons taking a timeout here, just for the 7 seconds. I don't know, a little bit of a, I don't know, unclassy timeout, but a little bit of revenge for Gasoline's going after the other team.
Yeah. Just Paris playing petty at this point. Sacramento, if you want to be classless, Paris can do the same thing. I wouldn't say Paris is being classless. They're just being petty. Good for them. They deserve it.
Nips on the ice for the Surge. His first BHCL minutes. A shot off the face-off. They score. ohDoggy puts another in the net, and that's huge. It makes that goal differential -3 now.
Yeah. No. For Paris.
Yes. Yeah.
For Nips, he might have the worst defensive analytics
Oh,
in the
face
season
off, face
because
off.
of that.
Face off. Yeah, he will have the worst defensive analytics for sure. He does win the face off though. Trying to shoot it from deep, but it goes nowhere close, and that'll do it. The Paris Pigeons win this one in dominating fashion, 4-0. What that means for the Surge, their season playoff clinching is now out of their hands. They cannot do anything. This does mean that Los Angeles Earthquakes, I believe, can have possibly clinched a playoff spot by chance. I think if the Surge lost both of their games, they did clinch playoffs, maybe? I'll have to fact check that. But the Surge, their playoff implications are out of their hands. They have to rely on Malibu losing one of their next games in regulation or some other shenanigans as well. But
Yep.
that's it for this game here. Again, those playoff implications coming up. Again, the Malibu Marshmallows playing at 8:30. If they lose, I believe in regulation, both of these teams, the LA Earthquakes and the Sacramento Surge, are in the playoffs, guaranteed. I know that for sure. So stick around. We'll be back in around 15 or so minutes to bring you the coverage of that game. All right, we're back for another BHCL game. Last game of the day here for game day 17. It's between the Malibu Marshmallows and the Ohio Otters. I'm Alafresco. I'm joined beside me by ZDXW.
Glad to be back. Last one of the day.
Yep, and let's get this out of the way quickly. Some playoff implications. With the Surge losing both games in regulation, that means that the LA Earthquakes have clinched a playoff spot in the BHCL. They will also be guaranteed the 5th seed, I believe. It depends on the Marshmallows, but we'll see how that unfolds. And the Marshmallows have to win out every single game in order to make playoffs. If they lose a game in overtime, they are eliminated because the Surge will have a win advantage over them. They have 5 wins on the season. Malibu only has 2 at this point, so they have to win all 3 games in order to tie them in wins, and they will have more points because they have an overtime loss as well. Fun fact, that overtime loss was in 3rd overtime to this Ohio Otters team that they are playing here today. So a big game for playoff implications. If the Malibu Marshmallows end up losing, they are eliminated and the Sacramento Surge are in. If not, Malibu has a very high chance of getting into the playoffs. They do play the Popcorn, who are not very good in the game day tomorrow, and they also play the Earthquakes, so it's definitely doable. We'll see if they're able to get it done here. CD,
Yep.
any thoughts before this game starts?
Yeah, one thing I want to add, given that Malibu's had a terrifyingly bad season, the one thing that they can look at is they control their own destiny. Right? They don't need help from another team. They control it. They go out there and play solid blocky hockey. They'll be just fine. And Ohio, a lot of people say they're a fraudulent team, so they have a real opportunity, and they play Nebraska tomorrow. So we all know how that goes.
Robe, an early shot, almost sneaks past Kiet. But a good save from the Malibu goaltender. A bad start. Robe, a shot, they score! What a pass from Sammy the Whale! It's 1-0 Ohio already.
What is Malibu doing? You'd think being in must-win situations, they would come out with their pants on fire, and oh my goodness, they are out to lunch. 0-1, fraud. This is Sniper, fraud. Obey just ate them alive. Nice pass by Whale. And if you're Kiet's got to steal them this game. He's got to be better than that. And I know he's got 3 shots on goal in 17 seconds, but man, Kiet, you got to be the best player for your team today.
I think I am more excited about that
hard,
goal than anybody.
Hard shot to stop there from Kiet. A cross crease P3 like that. That's all on your defense there. As Robe works past Sniper, almost gets another shot away, but it's hit away by Sniper at the last moment. The Otters are off to a fast start yet again.
I was going to say, as the Otters manager, I don't think anybody is more excited about that goal than me. What a goal by Robe, sneaking into the slot past Sniper.
Sniper, nice ping there. Almost gets a shot away on Bagel Glaze, but Sammy the Whale hits it to the corner. Sammy the Whale working it along the boards as Z01 hits it the other way and into the Otter zone. Sammy the Whale crossing it for Robe. A nice ping there. Robe looks like he's back to form. Obviously had a rough last game, but looks like he's doing much better this game to start, as well as Whale. Whale also had a very rough last game as well against, I don't remember, might have been against the Blizzard. They looked very, very out of place, but so far they've been pretty dominant. Robe gets past Z01, who's been beat many times. Robe a shot. He scores. He's got 2 already.
This is vintage Robe, dominant during the regular season when the lights are not bright, and Kiet needs to make that save there. Like the first one, I can see the argument, but he's coming down outside the dot line or on the dot line. You got to make that save. And Malibu, they got to be stingy defensively. They're not hard to play against right now. And They need a miracle or divine intervention at this point to get back in this game because I have not seen anything. Maybe Malibu's second line can get them going, but Packers is a solid player on the second line for the Otters. Luke is very, very good himself, but it's not a gimme.
We'll see here as Luke and Mike's, their new acquisition from the Sacramento Surge. Mike's and Radium pretty much swapping places here as Luke hitting it away from APAT. He works back in his own end. Luke hitting it up for Mike's, but APAT hits it away. APAT across for Packers. Packers trying to work past Luke, but Luke hitting it to the corner. We'll see if this second line of the Marshmallows, they look like they have the advantage on paper, especially with how the second line of the Otters has struggled, especially as of late. Packers trying to cross it for APAT, but no one home as Luke takes it away. Risky pass there as it ends up in the middle of the ice, untouched, but it ends up in the neutral zone. Mike's trying to hit it up for Luke, but it's hit away by APAT. A little bit better of a shift for Malibu. They haven't looked awful defensively as Luke hits it back to Mike's. Mike's trying to hit it up, but he hits it right into Packers. Packers working down the ice. Works to the middle, trying to get a shot away, but Mike's able to clear it. Mike's hitting it along the boards. Luke trying to hit it past APAT, but a good ping there from the defenseman. Packers one-on-one with Luke. It's pinged away by APAT. Mike's crossing it for Luke, but no one home. Pass was a bit too far and hit to the corner by Packers. Packers behind the net. Tries to get it out of the zone, but Luke, a nice forecheck there. Keeping it in the zone. Robe back on the ice, and Z on the ice for the Marshmallows, the top players for both teams. Z tries to keep it in the zone, but unable to. Full first lines on the ice for both teams. Z01 works past Robe, a shot! He scores! Z gets on the board, and the Marshmallows are not out of it yet.
That is what Malibu needed. They needed their superstar forward to act like a superstar forward and not be a fraud. If Marshmallows want any chance of making playoffs, Z is going to have to put this team on their back, carry them there. Great individual effort by him. And Marshmallows, they need to be better defensively, get another goal, and they'll be all right. We'll see how Ohio responds.
Hopefully that goal gives them a little bit of confidence. This first line of Z and WoSniper, when they stepped on the ice, looked nervous. They looked like they were scared of being eliminated from the playoffs. Now, hopefully that confidence builds up after putting one in the back of the net. As Z winning the faceoff past Robe, pulls it back, tries to shoot, but hit away by Robe. WoSniper working against Robe and Sammy the Whale along the boards. Puck ends up in the corner of Malibu. Robe working to the middle, shot, he scores! Robe with a hat trick. It's 3-1.
What a response by Ohio. And I always say it, I coach actual hockey, and anytime that you score, you have to expect the other team to punch back. The Marshmallows were caught lacking there. They weren't expecting a punch back, and Ohio decided to just punch them right between the eyes and break their nose. So, Malibu, wake up. Just because you scored one goal does not mean the game is over. You got to get back to work, and they just did not do that. Great response by Ohio, just sticking it right back to them. And it's back to a 2-goal game.
Yeah, I gotta wonder, man. 3 goals on 5 shots for Kiet. He has been a solid goaltender, but all season he has never made the saves for the Marshmallows when they need them the most. It feels like every time the other team has a scoring chance to go ahead or tie the game, it's always in the back of the net. As Robe pulls it past, a shot, he scores! He's got 4!
Dude. If you're Malibu, you have to start thinking about taking out Kiet. That was a weak goal. That was terrible to let in. Like, oh my goodness. Put ohLuvv in net. Put a pylon in net, for Christ's sake. Kiet is actively trying to throw the Marshmallow season with his play right now. But to be fair, Z01 and WoSniper were doing absolutely nothing defensively. They were all offense that left Kiet out to dry. But that 4th goal, man, that is a ball breaker, and you can't let that in.
Yeah, they've definitely let up a couple of goals. The second line now of Malibu trying a crack at Robe and Sammy the Whale. Mike's now on the ice for the Malibu Marshmallows. They decided to take ohLuvv off the ice as Z, getting a long point shot away, was gloved down by the goaltender.
Yeah. I don't know the reason why putting ohLuvv on the first line. I know that the Bagels put Youppi out with their worst player because Youppi is that good. Z01 is not that good, and he's a forward. ohLuvv was just getting eaten up by Robey and Sammy the Whale.
Robey winning the faceoff, walks down the ice, a shot saved by Kiet. Z has to do something here as his team is down 3 early. 4 goals in 4 minutes for the Ohio Otters. Not a great look for the Marshmallows as Mike's hitting it up. Z trying to pull it back, but a bad pullback there, read by Robey. Almost springs them the other way, but Mike's hits it to the boards. Ends up in the corner, but Mike's hits it away, and up for Luke. Luke trying to start the offensive attack here. Ends up in the corner. Hitting it out for Mike's, but no one home as Robey is right there. Works past Mike's. A shot! He scores! He's got 5!
It might be Jover, chat. The Marshmallows did not show up to play. Robey has their number. He's calling game. And like I said earlier, the Marshmallows need divine intervention if they want to make the playoffs. Not even make the playoffs. Get back in this game. Because Robey is just walking all over. He owns Malibu right now. And Malibu, they need to find some desperation. Because this might become run clock before halfway through the second period at this rate.
It's getting bad and out of control. It's might be over for the Marshmallows, but they can't give up yet. They got to be able to work through it. There is a lot of games still left to play. As Z and Luke on the ice versus Packers and APAT. Packers in the corner. Trying to work it past Z. He does. It is a 2-on-1 for the Otters, but Packers hitting it out of play will result in an offensive zone draw.
Yeah. Malibu, they have to get a goal here before the end of the period if they want any hope. So they need to pull out the best offensive zone face-off play they got, and they got to execute it.
APAT winning the face-off. That's crucial for the Otters. Z trying to receive the pass from Luke, but unable to. Packers pings it down the ice, and that'll do it. A very, very eventful first period. 5-1. 6 goals after 1 period, and 5 of them lying in the hands of the Otters. We'll go in between the benches for the intermission report with me and ZD. ZD, any thoughts summarizing that period?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it throughout this first period. Malibu sucks. That period was the SparkNotes version of their season. A little promise, but everything else is just pure disappointment. And I talked earlier in the day about LA having a dumpster fire of the season. Right now, Malibu is a massive tire fire of a season. Like, holy crap. I don't think anything can save them at this point. Like I said before, they need divine intervention. They need a miracle. They need to walk on water. I don't know what, but it is not looking good. And then Ohio, like, I don't think they're doing anything that crazy. They're just playing the game. They're just giving the puck to Robey and scores. And actually, with Malibu needing a miracle, one thing to know is Sammy the Whale is playing. He is a confirmed known troll, not on purpose. It's all by accident. So what we call a whale moment could get Malibu back in the game, but honestly, I think that's their only hope at this point because they are playing so poorly. I don't know how you can fix that between periods. What are your thoughts, Al?
Yeah, I mean, just an awful period from the Marshmallows. It's been happening all season. People saying, yeah, the Marshmallows should be better than they are. You know, they really have a chance of playoffs with the talent they have on this roster. And yet again, it just continuously falls through when it comes to game time. As I mentioned earlier, Kiet just not being able to make the saves that you need to make as a goaltender. obviously the defense woe sniper with a very awful first period, as well as Z just leaving Robe wide open. And Luke and Mike's didn't work any better against Robe. Robe's had his way so far, and it's not really that hard to consistently hit the puck away from someone like Robe. It's been done many times before. It was done last game by the Blizzard. The Blizzard did a fantastic job of shutting down Robe. And this Marshmallows team just can't perform when it comes to the game time. The lights are just too bright.
And it's a real shame. And you know what everybody says at the beginning of the season? They have a really good team on paper. Yes, on paper. But it doesn't matter on paper. What matters is when you go out and play the game. And obviously Malibu this season, chemistry hasn't worked out. They really haven't grinded the game. Their superstar hasn't been that superstar. Goaltending has been a question mark all season. And it's coming to show when it matters the most.
Face-off getting underway. The second line to start this game having a crack at the Otters' first line. It's Luke and Mike's versus Robe and Sammy the Whale. Robe trying to get past Luke, but unable to. Nice pullback from Robe, but a big block from Mike's. Robe trying to get it past the defense, but Luke now behind his own net. He has Robe burned. 2-on-1 emerging for Malibu. They got to get a goal quickly here to stay in this game. The longer they wait to score that second goal, the more time ticks off that clock, and the more impossible it becomes to come back. Luke and Sammy the Whale joust for the puck in the corner. Trying to clear it out is Luke for Z. Quick line change for the Marshmallows. Robe trying to work past the defense of the Marshmallows, but unable to do so. Z looking to go the other way, but a big ping from Sammy the Whale. Trying to pull it back is Z, but he whiffs, and Robe clears the zone.
Yeah, one thing to add on that rush for Z01 or Z01, both the Ohio Otters players played him because they know this guy does not pass. I think he has a singular assist on the season. He does not pass anyway, so Ohio can just double team him, and it's working.
Yeah, Sammy the Whale with a huge shot and a big save for Kiet. First big save of the game, it feels like, for Kiet on that cross crease pass. A long time. It was about like 30 seconds ago. But since then, there hasn't been much action in between the both teams. A lot of board play. It ends up behind the net now from Mike's. Trying to clear it up for Luke. He does connect. Luke working pass, but it's hit away by Packers at the last moment. Big defensive play from Packers there. Luke pulling it back. Trying to work around Packers. Sharp angle shot goes off the side of the net. He tries to get it back out in front, but again, goes wide. Luke working it out in front, looking for Z, but he whiffs.
That would have been offsides anyway.
Z hitting it up for Luke, but it's hit away by Packers. 2-on-1 emerging for the Otters. Packers are crossed for APAT. Shot saved by Kiet. Kiet has appeared to lock in now. He's finally showing up when his team's down 4. Might be too little too late for the Malibu goaltender. Z looking for Luke on the cross, but Luke going off on a line change, and no one's home. APAT here, trying to work against Z. It appears the Marshmallows are running a 3-man here between Mike, Z, and Luke. We haven't seen Woe Sniper touch the ice in this second period. Z trying to work past Packers, but unable to do so. Mike's crossing it for Z. He's working against APAT, and APAT is able to clear. APAT a nice pullback there. Mike's hitting it up for Z. He has him in alone. Game says he's offside. And we'll never know if that goal was actually offside as no shot is taken. APAT across for Robe, but it's cleared by Mike's. The Otters' chemistry appears to be back after a rough last game, chemistry-wise. Robe a nice ping on Mike's. Mike's and Luke on the ice. Luke trying to hit it up, or Mike's hitting it up for Luke. He pulls it back. Luke trying to work around the outside, but unable to do so. Malibu getting really slower and slower here. Obviously, the 3-man taking effect on that. Robe hits it in front. It's cleared by Kiet. Sammy Lowell sits in front, but unable to do so. Luke hitting it out. It's a break the other way. Penalty will be called on the Otters as there was a hit behind the play. Maybe a chance here for Malibu to get on the board.
Yeah, they obviously need a goal here, but it's, I don't want to say too little too late because they can't really control the penalty situation. But Ohio played that this period almost perfectly up to this point. The clock has been running, and we only have 1:24 left in this period. And so Malibu needs to get something going, and they need to get it going last minute.
Save by Bagel Glaze off the faceoff. He gloves Z01's chance. Z01 out for Luke. Hit away by Sammy the Whale. Luke resets. Works it past Sammy the Whale, but that's exactly what Whale wants. He takes it to the corner. Luke trying to get it to the middle, but hit away by Whale. Just Rye on the ice now for Malibu. Low Sniper appearing to be benched more than usual. They get the JBHLer on the ice. Interesting call on a power play to put a JBHLer on. Robe out of the box there. Appeared to be AFK for a moment as Rye shoots the puck well wide of the net. The young prospect here trying to work against Sammy the Whale. A shot goes wide. Luke trying his desperation wild card here as Just Rye and Mike's on the ice. It ends up in the corner. Robe hits it away. It's a 2-on-1 for the Otters. Robe a shot from deep. It's gloved down by Kiet. The rebound, it's played. Z now the other way. He's 1-on-1 with Packers. He just blasts it right into him. Robe the other way. A shot saved by Kiet. Much better period from the Malibu goaltender. Packers hit away by Z. Z a shot saved by Bagel Glazed. That was the chance to score on, and they come up short yet again.
For sure. Bagel, that was probably their best opportunity this entire period. And when Ohio makes mistakes, Bagel Glaze has been ready. You know, he hasn't seen a lot of action this game as a whole, but when he's needed, he's been up to the challenge. One blunder, but the team picked him up right away.
Z trying a face-off play, but unable to get the shot away. Tries to pull it back. It's cleared away by APAT, and that'll do it for the second period. Ohio still leads this game 5-1. No score in that second period. We'll send it in between the benches yet again with B and ZD. ZD, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Ohio played that period perfectly. I think there's like 2 or 3 stoppages in the period as a whole. So it was basically run clock, and they're just killing time. Malibu, you know, they got some good looks here, but my big concern here is they are a very streaky team. And what I mean by that is they score on the rush. They score when, like, there's a breakaway given or when the other team makes a critical mistake. They're not able to generate O-zone pressure and have that lead to goals. A lot of their O-zone time, you know, they're only in there for about 10 to 15 seconds, and the puck exits the zone, then they got to regroup and attack again. And it just hasn't been working. All their best looks have been off of rushes or critical mistakes by Ohio that lead to breakaways, odd man rushes. But even the odd man rushes, 0-1 refuses to pass the puck. So, like, Malibu, I don't have the answers, and I don't think anybody will have the answers. And as I've been saying, they need a divine intervention to even come close in this game.
Yeah, it is going to be a hell of a comeback for Malibu if they're able to get this one done. 4 goals in 5 minutes is a very tall task, especially against a professional BHCL team. These players are at the top of their game, and they're some of the best in the world at Minecraft hockey, you would say. It's going to be very hard to score 4 goals, especially the way, like you mentioned, Bagel Glazed has been playing. Again, that's what you'd like to see from Kiet a little bit more. You know, Bagel has been there and backstopping the Otters when they make those mistakes. And at the beginning of the game, Kiet was not doing that. Obviously, he's picked it up in the second period. He's made quite a few more saves, but you know, when you need it most, you need your goaltender to come up with those big saves in order to keep you in the game. And when your goaltender doesn't do that, it ends up like this, unfortunately. Obviously, the Marshmallows just every time they play, they have so much talent and on paper, and it just never has clicked this season, and they still haven't been able to figure it out throughout.
Yeah, there's a classic saying: "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." I think we'd argue that Malibu, like you just said, is one of the most talented teams in the league. They just don't work hard. They don't work hard grinding out the game, becoming better mechanically, and they don't work hard mentally, creating chemistry, creating good comms at the team, actually enjoy talking to people on your team.
Yeah.
But third period's underway.
Robe winning the faceoff away from Luke. Malibu pretty much has to get on the board in these first 2 minutes. Otherwise, this game's already
I'd argue
looking
the first
over.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, not looking like that early as the Otters are controlling the pace of play as it ends up in the Marshmallow zone. Luke does get it past Robe here, working along the boards near the bench, but hit away by Sammy the Whale. Robe working it past Mike's. Mike's hitting it behind the net. Robe steals the puck from him. Trying to work past Mike's, or Mike's is Robe. Robe a shot! He scores! He shoots it in the short side, and it's 6 goals for Robe.
Chat, it has never been more over than it is currently over for the Marshmallows. Score is 6 Robe, 1 Malibu. Robe is just, yeah, he said, screw you, Malibu. They're playing season spoilers for Malibu, and it's really unfortunate. But kudos, congrats to Robe, double hat trick. I'd be able to call that an Ovi trick or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. At this point, if you're Malibu, you got to play for pride. Make this game respectable. And for Ohio, you're just trying to have as minimal stoppages for the rest of the game.
Yeah. This pretty much should be smooth sailing here. Pretty dominant victory as Robe is looking for 7. He whiffs.
Oh,
The rare mistake from Robe this game. Sammy the Whale shot, he scores! It's 7
Whale
for the
goal?
Otters.
Whale
What a pass
goal?
from Robe.
Damon
That's-
Whale can score?
That's injury to insult for the Marshmallows.
Insult to injury. And Robe, a
Yeah.
7-point night for Robe. He's chasing the Youppi record for this season of 9 points in a game. Right? He had 5 goals and 4 assists, I believe.
I believe
Against
so.
Nebraska earlier.
Yeah,
So,
in that
maybe-
14-1 blowout.
Yeah.
You would be
Maybe
right.
Ohio does. Yeah, maybe Ohio does have something to play here. Robe, will he try and get 10 points this game? We'll see. But the next goal, I believe, puts it at run clock, and we don't skip face-off, so it could be tough for Robe.
Yeah. Robe winning the faceoff, trying to instantly shoot it. It's blocked. The rebound, it goes just wide. Zio1 out there with Just Rye, the young prospect. We haven't seen much of him this season. Just seems like a spark that they're throwing out there to try to get him maybe some ice time, some experience, or just try to get anything going. It's too little, too late. What a save from Kiet on Sammy the Whale. As another pass from Robe is pinged by Whale, this first line of the Otters looks so deadly and look like they were at the beginning of the season when they were dominating teams. Sammy the Whale behind the net, working with Z on the puck. They both are consistently whiffing. Z finally draws it away, looking for Luke, but it's hit away by APAT and out of play.
Yeah. It is a game that is currently happening. Not much to say on it. Yeah. I guess a blunder by Ohio, letting the puck go out of play because they just like to keep the clock rolling. But other than that, they're playing a great game.
Zio1 winning the faceoff here, but the Malibu Marshmallows having to retreat yet again. 3 minutes remaining as APAT steals the puck from Luke on the forecheck. Mike's hits it behind his own net and tries to work up now. APAT chasing, and he hits the puck out of play yet again.
Yep. And if you are curious about the BHCL, join our Discord at discord.gg/BHL. Come join the community. It's a great community. And join for future seasons. We have a minor league program called the JBHL. And we'd love to have you guys join.
Luke wins it back to Mike's, but it's hit away by Packers. Otters looking very defensive here. They're playing way off their person as APAT tries to move in, but it's hit to the corner. APAT doing a great job forechecking here. You usually don't see this from the defenseman too much, but he's done a good job this game. APAT hitting it back for Packers. Packers moves back as well. Luke steals it from him. Packers works past Luke. It's a 2-on-1 for the Otters. Packers gonna take it himself. Packers works in. Shot saved by Kiet. Rebound. A-Pat goes well wide.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, maybe might have hit the bronze side of the barn. You never know. As Mike's hitting it to the corner. 2 minutes left in this third period, and it just appears like the Marshmallows are out of it. It appears they will be eliminated from playoff contention unless they're able to score 6 goals in 2 minutes, which is pretty much near impossible. Z working the puck, but it's stolen by Robe. Z able to steal it back. Z works to the middle. Trying to get around Robe, but unable to. Robe is keeping him hemmed in on the zone. Robe trying to hit it to the middle, but a big hit there by both teams. Z working to the middle, trying to get a shot away, but he whiffs and decides to come back. Another shot from a sharp angle stopped by Bagel Glazed. A much less dangerous shot there from the boards. Z01 pulls it back. It says he's offside, but he continues to play anyways, and the puck is shot wide. Big hit by Z. No call from the ref.
Oh, this game is getting out of hand. That should have been a penalty. Yep, and it will be. If I am Malibu, I'm calling a timeout. Pull the goalie. Honestly, they should have pulled the goalie a while ago. The problem is they just don't have the bodies to maintain solid stand. And Packers could be getting a call from the league on that. He's on the bench, comes off the bench to make a hit. That could be suspension worthy if you ask me. Also, I want to point out Packers has been disappointing this game for Ohio. Like, he's a great second line player. He just has not generated much offense. But
Timeout coming in from the away team in Malibu. Go ahead, ZD.
And they are pulling the goalie. Stam's not going to be an issue. A minute 03 left in regulation, and probably the game. Let's be real here. But yeah, Malibu. Just like to see them get one.
Yeah, maybe something to build on for seasons to come. I don't know. Maybe confidence. I doubt it. But really, really unfortunate here. This does mean the Sacramento Surge will clinch playoff spots as a shot. They score off the faceoff. Z01 pulls it back to Luke, and they're not out of it yet. Nice screen there from Z out in front. Immediately wins the faceoff and runs at the goaltender to screen.
No, they're definitely out of it. I think they're definitely out of it. But
a little bit of bias there. Hey, 5 goals in 62 seconds. It's not possible. Or it is possible.
You're right. It's not possible.
It is possible.
No. Gotta disagree.
Obviously, the team manager of Ohio Otters behind the camera. A little bit of a team bias there. But they do get one. It's 7-2.
Maybe a little.
We'll see if Marshmallows are able to put another one up quickly as Z almost gets a shot off the faceoff, but it's cleared out by Bagel Glazed. A-Pat crossing it for Robe. It's pinged away by Luke. It's a 2-0, but Mike whiffs. And that'll pretty much do it. It's pretty much mathematically impossible now. As Robe crossing it for A-Pat. It's hit away by Luke. Luke crossing for Z, but it's behind him. And he tries to pull it back, but it's hit away. Mike's in the corner. Stolen by Robe and kept in the zone by Luke. Luke to the middle for Z. It's hit away by A-Pat. And it'll end up out of play as Robe hits it to the bench. I just want to quickly go over playoff implications. This does mean the Sacramento Surge will clinch playoffs with the Malibu Marshmallows loss. They will be the 6th seed. Their Earthquakes will be the 5 seed. With a win, the Ohio Otters jump to the 3 seed, and they will stay there no matter what. The Pigeons will drop to the 4 seed, and the Bagels and the Blizzard is still undecided. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow as A-Pat adds to the goal sheet. Another point for Robe and an 8-point night for him. 6 goals, 2 assists, and A-Pat gets on the score sheet.
I mean, there's still time for Robe to tie and possibly... Well, I don't think he can pass because the next goal, it will be a run clock. But he can tie Youppi's single-game record this season for most points in a game.
They need one goal every 2 seconds in order to stay in this Malibu, which is virtually impossible. It's-
The odds for Malibu right now are plus 2 million. For the money
Yeah.
line.
Yeah,
Win in
please
regulation.
feel free to throw some extra bucks on Malibu so we can take them from you because it's pretty much free money. 0-1 sitting on the face-off as Packers wins it. 15 seconds remain. They're still pooled. Packers trying to get one goal, still unable to.
Big save. Big
Robe
save.
going for 9 here. Crossing across for Packers.
Oh!
He scores! And that'll set the Mercy rule off and end the game. Robe with 9 points on the night as the Marshmallows fall out of the playoffs after a 9-2 loss to the Ohio Otters.
Yeah, this will lock the standings in the 3 through 8 spots. The Ohio Otters taking the 3rd seed. They will have a confirmed matchup against the Sacramento Surge come playoff time. This also means the Paris Pigeons will be taking on the Los Angeles Earthquake, the 4 and 5 seeds respectfully. So the first round matchups locked in. The only other standing implication tomorrow will be whether the Blue Ridge Blizzard hold on to that number 1 seed with a win over
They
the
overtake.
Otters.
They
Or
overtake.
They overtake.
Yeah, Bagels are in first place as of right now, but with they win, the Blizzard can take first place. With an overtime loss, the Bagels beat them in every tie differential. And for the 7 and 8 seeds, they're still not out of it for whoever's last place, but they're both eliminated. The Marshmallows do play the Nebraska Popcorn tomorrow for a battle of the last place teams, per se. But we'll send it down to ice level. We have ZDXW alongside team owner of the Malibu Marshmallows, Luke, after getting eliminated from playoffs.
Thanks, Al. Luke, what's going through your head right now?
I mean, honestly, like, it's hard to say, like, not necessarily disappointment. You know, at the end of the day, you want to come in here, you want to win, not only for yourself as a player, but I especially just wanted to win for Fuslie and Katamina. They've been super cool this season, and just the whole opportunity as a whole has been super cool this season. So just kind of disappointed with things in its entirety. You saw at the beginning of the season, we did fairly well against some of the best teams, and just as the season went on, things just kept going more and more downhill. So, like I said, hard to say not disappointed, but that's basically it.
Okay. Can I ask you another question
Yes.
outside of this one? What do you think was Malibu's biggest downfall or shortcoming this season? Why didn't it work?
I think that honestly, a lot of it falls down onto me. I did not take control like the way I should have of the team. Not to like, this is purely not throwing the team under the bus by any like means. So please do not take me as saying that. But I did not like go with what I thought was best for the team at the beginning. I tried to take too much like of what they thought, you know, take too many opinions into account. And like, I mean, you saw like we were just scattered the entire time, and every time we tried to like find our footing, it just didn't go well. And me myself as a player just wasn't like too hot either. So.
Oh, thank you,
Well,
Luke.
I
I
disagree.
know that we are all proud of you, and true leaders accept responsibility. And kudos to you for doing that. And well, we wish you the best of luck in your golf game, and hopefully we see you around next season.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Real fast. Oh,
I have to
yeah,
disagree.
Demoni.
I think you're very hot.
Thank you. I will say just as like a one final goodbye, although the Malibu Marshmallows will play tomorrow, 2 games, and I will be there for them. I just want to say like thank you everyone, or like, you know, Carl Jacobs, Foolish, basically everyone that has been involved with this and run this really cool opportunity. Like I said, it's been amazing. I saw like Carl Jacobs had someone draw fan art of the Bagels, and it's just really cool to see like a really small community basically go be in this limelight and see all this stuff. So like I said, just wanted to say thank you, and thank you to everyone that went to that Canes game too. That was awesome. But yeah, I'll stop taking up your guys' time, and yeah, go Otters from now on.
Ooh.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it.
You hate to hear it.
Boo.
You hate to hear it. Roll Bagels.
I won't.
Alright, well-
I won't reveal my biases. But that'll do
Alright.
it for BHCL game day number 17. We have one more game day tomorrow. Obviously, most of the stuff locked in at this point. As we did mention, your matchup to look forward to tomorrow is the Blue Ridge Blizzard versus the Ohio Otters. If the Blizzard are able to win tomorrow, they do take the 1 seed. Both the Bagels and the Blizzard do have a first round bye no matter what, but that coveted 1 seed pretty much gets to play the worst team, quote unquote, that comes out of those 3 through 6 playoff matchups. As mentioned by DeMoney, those playoff mentions are now locked for the first round. It will be the Ohio Otters versus the Sacramento Surge in the 3 through 6, the 3 and 6 matchup, and in the 4 and 5 matchup we have the Paris Pigeons versus the LA Earthquakes. Those will be set in stone and will not move. But for now, we will sign off. I've been Alfresco. I've been commentating and hosting all 3 of these games alongside of ZDXW. Youppi was in here for a moment as well. ohLuvv made an appearance on the desk, and behind the camera has been Ohio Otters this entire time. We will see you tomorrow night, but for now, we say goodnight.